Hello viewer, you are welcome to this maiden edition of the program Project Nigeria. Project Nigeria is a program that will illustrate Nigeria as a country, our benefits, our achievements, our challenges, and the possible ways to get out of these challenges for the benefit of Nigeria and Nigerians. This program will feature technocrats, professionals, professional bodies, politicians, and everybody that makes up what you call today Nigeria. We will also be talking with corporate individuals that feel or that has this notion that we know Nigeria. So if you know anything about how to move this nation forward, this program is for you. History tells us that Lokoja in present Kogi State, Nigeria, is where what you refer to as Nigeria today started. We are talking about the amalgamation of the northern and southern protectorates to make up what you now refer to today as Nigeria. Nigeria is 100 years old. This is the centenary year. Today on the program, we will be talking to the executive governor of Kogi State, Captain Idris Wada. He is in the center of the centenary celebration. We will now be joining Muyiwa Bamidele, who was with the executive governor in his office.
Your Excellency, you are welcome. Let's start this way. 100 years of nationhood. Do we really have to celebrate, considering the huge challenge facing the country? Do we need to celebrate?
Oh yes, yes. I think we have a lot to celebrate as a nation. And 100 years is a long time for a nation of many tribes, multiple religions, to stay together.
Lokoja, the state capital, could say is the birthplace of Nigeria. Do you think Lokoja is still relevant in Nigerian setting today?
Yes, Lokoja is very relevant, very significant. We are a melting pot. We are a very strategically located state. We share borders with 9 other states and the Federal Capital Territory, and at least 22 states have to pass through Lokoja by road if they are going north or south. So that tells you the kind of mixture of people that live here in Lokoja. And for our people to live peacefully, working hard for the development of our state and Nigeria is also a great achievement, and that underscores our relevance, that we provide a home for all Nigerians, those who pass through, those who stay here in peace, tranquility, progressing and developing. That shows you the significance of Lokoja. And of course, you cannot change the history that this is the first capital of modern Nigeria.
Lokoja, life of Nigerian as a country starts from Lokoja. What is your administration doing to make sure Lokoja, the state capital, and even the entire state, is in the forefront?
We are organizing various activities towards marking the centenary of Nigeria, and some of which is part of what we are doing now, talking about Nigeria 100 years celebration. We've renovated all the historical relics relevant to the birth of modern Nigeria, amalgamation, residence of Lord Lugard. The office of Lord Lugard is where we are talking from now. Nigeria was named from here, and other structures. The grave of the soldiers that lost their lives in the First and Second World War here in Lokoja is well preserved. So many things are doing, and we've also empowered our Ministry of Tourism to be able to take people around these historical places when they come to visit our city as part of the centenary celebrations. As I said, we are also going to have some cultural shows, some lectures, some other activities to mark 100 years of Nigeria. So Lokoja is playing an active part in the celebration, and also in conjunction with the committee set up by the federal government to celebrate 100 years of Nigeria.
All the historic points in Kogi State, what are you doing after the centenary celebration to touch them to huge investment up for the state?
Well, as people come, again, we are at the beginning of tourism development. First, renovate all the sites, create an environment in the Ministry of Tourism and the Tourism Board to be able to handle visitors in a coordinated and organized way, show them the beauty of our city, the beauty of our state, and then from there we are developing. There are many hotels springing up in the state. They are being classified. The state government itself, we are modernizing our Confluence Beach Hotel into a conference center as well as an activity center and hospitality center that will attract high-class visitors into the state, building roads, renovating roads, creating an environment, a very secure environment, working hard on security, and to attract people to come into our state. We've just started an annual cultural festival that showcases the culture and the diversity of our state. All of this will help to attract visitors, and by such visit, investors will come in and establish their homes here. We've made land acquisition easy and straightforward as a part of our welcoming package for those who want to come and stay or do business here in Lokoja. Okay.
We can say to some extent Kogi State have been peaceful.
Kogi State is very peaceful.
So what is the secret of this peaceful political tempo?
The secret is hard work. It's support the security agencies with equipment, with finance, with political will, with a determination not to tolerate criminals. Punish them according to the law. Public enlightenment. Let our citizens be aware of the benefit of good behavior. Don't break the law. Stay within the confines of the law. And when people are caught, they go through the judicial process, and justice is served. And so you find that most Nigerians are law-abiding. We obey the laws. So when they see that there's a government that's focused and is taking security very seriously, most of our people are normal, honest people who go about their daily business. There's a few criminals who, when caught, are punished. It serves as example to others not to commit crime. So I think that is the secret. Cooperation with security agencies, supporting them financially, morally, financially, equipment-wise, where possible, and then encouraging them to follow the judicial process and our laws in the administration of justice. I think these are the things that have made us stand out in providing a secure environment for all of our people.
Nigeria has stayed together for 100 years, but there are fear in some quarters that this country might not live beyond 2015. Do you share that fear, sir?
No, I don't. I don't share that fear at all, because we have survived 100 years with a lot of challenges. We've come through a civil war. I don't see the problem on the table, on the political environment now, that can boil to the point of causing disintegration. I don't see it. And I pray that we never see such things, because this is a beautiful country, great human beings, great people, very intelligent, very enterprising people. We are blessed by God with so many natural resources, so many opportunities, And with the stability of our democracy and the kind of leaders that we have and leaders that are coming up, I'm confident that in the next 100 years, Nigeria will be a much better place. We have goals of Vision 2020. We can just focus on those goals and work on them to bring our country to the economic profile that is reckoned with globally. And then, we'll make it. We will not do it in the year 2020, but maybe 2025, maybe 2030, we'll get there. But the thing is, follow that plan, remain focused, and give a chance for democracy and leverage on the strength of our diversity. I think so. I don't share the fear that Nigeria will, because I think Nigeria will be waxing stronger and stronger as we learn the lessons of democracy and move forward.
Centenary year celebration is going to herald the forthcoming general election in the country. What we tell the politicians after we have stayed 100 years, what we tell them about the next 100 years coming?
Oh, that as we are alive to review the first 100 years of our nation, so by the grace of God, with others, we are alive to review what we have done during the time that we have the opportunity to be in the leadership of this country. So my message, our appeal, is for us to be compassionate, for us to show understanding, keep the interest of the nation as our number one interest, not personal interest. Focus on development, focus on what is in the best interest of all of our people, rather than some of the people. And put in our best. Go home every day believing that today I put in my best for the development and growth of Nigeria. And I'm confident that if we do that in 100 years, history will look down upon all of us very kindly, and our children and their own children will be proud that they had parents or forefathers and mothers like us.
What are you doing, sir, to attract foreign investment to the state, taking the advantage of centenary celebration?
Well, we are raising the profile of the state by model conduct, by good governance, by exposing the natural resources available, by creating a conducive environment for enterprise, by creating a one-stop shop office that can help investors leapfrog some of the bureaucracies of government way of doing things. We are working hard on security, providing a secure environment for investors. Many are coming in, and we are expecting many more to come in. And I believe that by the end of our tenure, we would have succeeded substantially in attracting investment into agriculture, into solid mineral development, industrialization, etc., for our state. So that's what we are doing.
Do you have any specific program for the Kogi indigenous outside the shore of this country? Are you in touch with them?
We are in touch with them. Kogi citizens in the UK, Kogi citizens in the United States are very active in communicating with our officials. We, on an annual basis, send people to represent the state when they are having their annual investment promotion conferences. And east or west, as they say, home is the best. So my message to them is for them to come home, join hands with us, come and leverage on the experiences they have gained in other countries to develop their own state, because their children will ask them, where is our home? What is happening in our country? Daddy, what did you do to make sure that Nigeria is as good as the UK or US or Germany or wherever, So they should come home. They have a welcoming government. We have a flourishing democracy now. We are working hard to improve security. There's no absolute security anywhere in the world. Everywhere there is crime, everywhere there are accidents, there are all kinds of incidences. So our people should not be afraid. They should come home, come and work with us. We are not magicians. We only do what we can with what is available, and with the addition of their own intellect, experience, and their investment, their money. I believe that if we combine that with what we have, we will do much better as a state and also as a nation if our diasporans can come home and believe and work with us.
Yeah, Caesar, what has been your greatest challenge since you mount the leadership of the state?
Biggest challenge is funding. We have very lean financial resources. We try to be very prudent. We have a lot of development needs, people in health care, in infrastructure, agriculture, everywhere. We need a lot of financial resources, a lot of expertise. So I think the greatest challenge we have is lack of enough funds to do the things that we would like to do, to take our state to where it ought to be, because we have a very clear plan, we have a blueprint of how to move the state forward in a systematic and methodical manner. But the funding to do so is our greatest handicap. We have good people, good managers, good administrators in the system, experienced ones, but they need that extra cash flow to make things happen. I think that's our greatest challenge.
Are you doing anything to address the revenue base of the state?
Yes, we are. So we are focusing on agriculture and attraction of foreign direct investment and even local investors to come and establish here. And from there, from the economic activities, we'll improve our internally generated revenue and then increase development of all the things that our people need. So,
what legacy do we want people to remember you for?
I want them to remember me as an honest man who has come to serve this state to the best of his ability, who will give his all to work to make this state one of the states to be reckoned with, who will put governance, good governance culture in place, who will be sincere with our people, tell them the truth all the time, and do the best we can, and that we are all one, should work in unity, suppress issues of tribe and religion, come together as one to move the state forward, and a legacy of equal opportunity for all our citizens. Every Kogi citizen is as important as the other, and they will be given fair opportunity. There will be justice, equity in the activities of this government. That's the kind of legacy I would like to leave.
You are welcome back. What is history if there are no records to back it up? Like they say, the history of the world is just the biography of great men. Muyiwa Bamidele was also with the secretary to Kogi State Government, the person of Professor Olugbenro Jegede. Hear what they have to tell us.
You are welcome, sir.
Thank you very much.
Let me ask you, centenary celebration, as a nation or as a people of the Kogi State, are you concerned that a lot of activities is taking place outside the state where it ought to have been happening?
Well, thank you very much for the question and for the invitation to hold this conversation with the people and, as it were, with the whole world. The answer to your question is both yes and no. I will start with the positive one, which is yes. Every state in this country has got a stake in Nigeria and therefore in the amalgamation of both the southern and northern protectorates. Therefore, everybody should celebrate wherever they are. And that's why it is not out of place for everybody to celebrate it. However, as you are aware, and as history has told the whole world, Lokoja is the birthplace of Nigeria. Lokoja is the cradle of Nigeria, it's the amalgamation of Nigeria. Therefore, all eyes, all roads, all the brains should lead to Lokoja for the celebration, or at least the beginning of the celebration of the centenary of the amalgamation of the protectorates of the South and North of Nigeria. Let me expatiate on this. Right from 1830, when Landers brothers came up the stream of River Niger and birthed in Lokoja, right from the time of Samuel Ajayi Crowther that came in and established a church at Bobe across the river, right from the time Mongo Park passed through Lokoja to Bida and settled, and of course died in Jeba. Right from the time the Royal Niger Company, led by Goldie Tubman, who later changed his name somewhere, and occupied, or at least founded, their company's headquarters in Lokoja. Lokoja had become very strategic, very significant, and very central in the annals of, or the history of Nigeria. How can we explain it? That the first primary school in the north was established here. The first place in the north where slaves were liberated during the time of during the abolition of slave trade was in Lokoja. Indeed, the Iron of Liberty that was erected to represent that is right there at the Holy Trinity Church there. The first prison was established there. Not that Nigerians at that time were criminals or any worse than anybody else, but of course you have to have some black legs in the system. The first headquarters of the Nigerian Army was here, because at that time the Royal Niger Company and of course the colonial government that hoisted its flag on the 1st of January 1900, when the flag of the Royal Niger Company was lowered for the last time, set up its West African frontiers force here in Lokoja. So virtually everything you can think of that started in Nigeria started from Lokoja. The first bank that was established by the Royal Niger Company, of course you also understand that the British, the Royal Niger Company, or whoever they were that came in, the explorers, they did not come because they loved Nigeria. In fact, for many of them didn't hear the word Nigeria. They were only looking for places where their economic interest could be furthered. Added to the economic interest was the need for their political conquest. So all this came, and Lokoja became a very convenient spot for two reasons. One, the River Niger. Two, Mount Patti, right at the top of the mountain, where it was easy for their forces to be able to watch, like a recce. They always look through and say who is coming, who is not coming, right on top of the hill. So it was a very safe haven for them. And Lord Lugard established his office where the government house is right now. In fact, right there, you will see the old office of Lord Lugard that has now been preserved and is still being used today. It was used by the former governor up till about 3-4 years ago when they moved into a new building, but that is still being preserved today. The offices that Lord Lugard used were brought in from the UK, and the buildings are still there. One is hosting the National Museum, the other one is hosting the headquarters of the Nigerian Union of Journalists. The whole building has not got any single nail on it. They were brought in and they were just fitted together. They still exist till tomorrow. So history has documented the strategic role, the important role of Lokoja that we don't need to belabor at all. For us, what we should be doing is celebrating everything that Lokoja has been to Nigeria, what Kogi State has been to Nigeria. But let me also, in this conversation, inform the world about how Nigeria came to get its name. As you may be aware, Sir Frederick Lugard had a wife, Lady Flora Shaw. She was also brought in to assist with the administration of the colonial government, and they finally married. One morning, 1897, now bear in mind that the amalgamation was 1914, but in 1897, Lady Flora Shaw got up one morning. I believe she must have had a wonderful time with Frederick Lugard. Woke up and looked down the hill and saw how the confluence had come together in a V shape and how the Niger was flowing in a very majestic manner. And she just got up and said, this must be Niger area. So, even before the amalgamation was signed, Nigeria got its name from Lokoja. So, the christening or the naming of, and therefore the naming ceremony for Nigeria took place here. And it also took place, according to history, just before Lord Lugard was sent to Hong Kong. It was because of the amalgamation that they brought him back. The British knew how he was able to, handle Nigeria or Nigerians or whatever, and they brought him back. Although, again, that part of history is debatable. But just to shorten up, because this can go the whole day, is to let you know how very excited the government of Kogi is, and particularly His Excellency, the Governor of Kogi State, Captain Idris Wada, whose luck has been that it is during his own time that Nigeria has risen to celebrate 100 years of amalgamation. And we are quite pleased that Lokoja is playing an important role. With or without anybody else, the state is working towards the celebration. But apart from the celebrations in terms of dancing and all that, we are moving beyond that to do a number of projects, to embark on a number of projects that will have a lasting legacy for the centenary. The state is planning to erect a monument, a centenary monument that will be visible from anywhere in the state, that as you are coming into the state, 5 miles or 5 kilometers to the state, you'll be seeing a centenary monument. And around that will be a centenary village where a lot of activities can be done, whether they are shops, they are restaurants, they are whatever. We are also talking about building a museum that will have wonderful artifacts that have been hidden wherever and anywhere, that will bring things together.
You are welcome back. You have heard it all from Kogi State. You heard what the governor said. You also heard what the Secretary of the State Government said about Kogi State, the benefits and their challenges so far. That will be all we can take on the program. Yeah. I am Festus Ejiroga Nefifen. Until next time, bye-bye.